God. So Ganesh, actually, you already given your mail and I already given access for your recordings actually. Okay, so you just need to go through your so email and check it once a Canvas playlist. Clear? So if you wanted my recordings, so you are not getting any kind of notification for every day. Okay, so every day I would like to upload it automatically once the session has done. Okay, so regarding about that particular recordings, I already uploaded in a daily base. Okay, so you won't get any kind of notifications. Just you can go through this particular link canvas.andinstruction.com and you have already email and password. Okay, with help of that email ID and password you can access this particular recordings. Clear or not? So as of now, Ganesh, Prasad, Kishore, and Sandeep and Suman and Sunny accepted this particular invitation, but from Vamshi and Satya and Ramesh and Jaya, we are not yet receiving any kind of So you received the mail, but you are not accepted this particular invitation. Okay, so please cross check your mail ID and so that you can able to access the recordings. Otherwise, it will be very tough for you. Clear? So Vamshi,
Sir.
Vamsi,
Yes, sir.
you can hear me?
Yeah.
Can you please check your mail ID? I think I already given a permission for you actually.
Yeah, I'm on that. I'm checking. I'll let you know.
Yeah, Sai, can you please give me your mail ID so that I can give the recording access for you as well? In a chat, you can do it actually. Okay. Sun Prasad. Okay, so Sai, you also might be getting the mail from the Canvas, and you just accept that particular invitation and set your own password. And with help of that password and what mail ID you mentioned here, so with help of that one, you can able to access the recordings through this particular link. Okay, so that's fine. So every day I would like to upload.
I accepted my invitation. Can you check mine?
Okay, so you have to remember that particular no URL canvas.instructor.com. Okay,
Achha.
yes, you got it. Okay,
Thank you.
yes, but Sai, Ramesh, and Jaya and Satya, you are not accepted the invitation till now, and please go and check your mail IDs. Okay, if you're not receiving the mail ID, please put a message to me so that it will be it would be easy for get access in a better way. Okay, so
Sir.
yeah, Sumit, what about you?
I see Ramesh.
Sumit, do you have recording access?
Not really, sir. I texted my like
Your voice is not visible, not audible for me. Let me check it once. Sumit is not there. Can you please give me your mail ID, please? Sumit,
hello.
can you please give me your mail ID
Okay, sure.
for recording access?
I texted in the chat box.
Yes, I received it. Is there anyone you're unable to access the recordings? Yes, you also might be receiving the mail from the canvas. Okay, please accept that invitation and set your own password, and then you can access the recordings. Okay.
Sure, sure.
Okay, fine. So waste of much time. Let's go for So start our. I already started recording, right? Yes, I already started recording. And let's open your Anaconda Navigator. So usually I'm using the software for executing the Python programs. Once I open the Anaconda Navigator, so you can inside of the Anaconda Navigator, you might have the sub applications. So here Data Lore, IBM Watson, Jupyter Lab, and you guys are able to hear me my voice without any disturbance, right? If you are facing any kind of disturbance from my voice side, can you please let me know?
No, it's clear.
It's clear, right? That's
Yeah.
fine. So here we have a Jupyter notebook. Every time I would like to go for using the Jupyter notebook for my Python statements or Python programs. Let me launch this one and we can go through your specific folder where we are working on it. Okay. So in my local computer, every file or every Python program, I was saving into one specific location in my desktop and go through the desktop. And so what's your batch name? Vamshi is your batch name, right? So I started a Python operators concepts in yesterday class, right? And that way I was done only arithmetic operators from the Python programming language. Is it clear? So is there any question regarding about arithmetic operators and assignment operator from the Python programming language? Tell me guys, is there any question regarding about assignment operator and arithmetic operator from the Python programming language? Sunny, you can unmute your system, so your voice is pretty clear for me, and you can respond in a time to time. Okay.
Okay.
Did you clear my point in a
Yes,
arithmetic
yes,
operator and
yes.
assignment operator?
Operators are good. Yeah, I'm able to.
Yes, fine. Today I would like to talk about the third kind of operator from the Python programming language, which is the logical operators. So basically, logical operators, which is working on the based on the logic, okay, or truth table, logical or logic, or else a truth table. You know, right? A truth table means every every operator it having its own truth table. Okay, see, in Python programming language, there are three type of logical operators are there. The first one is the logical AND operator, and second one is the logical OR operator, and third one is the logical NOT operator. So these are the three operators are the logical operator. You know what? If you want to work with the logical operators, so the Python programming language, which is providing the three keywords. To work with AND operation, we can have a AND keyword. So make sure that this AND is a small. Okay. If you want to work with if you want to work with R operator, then we can use the R keyword. And if you want to work with NOT operator, then we can use the NOT keyword. So here AND, OR, and NOT are the keywords which is provided by the Python programming language. So if you want to work with AND operation, OR operation, and NOT operation, then we can use this specific keywords from the Python programming language. Is it clear my point?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That's good. Now let's talk about the logical AND operator. So can anybody tell me what exactly the truth table for the logical AND operator? What is the truth table for the logical AND operator? See, the logical AND operator which requires the two inputs, input 1 and input 2. So it requires the two inputs. See, these two inputs, from these two inputs, some situation, any one of the input can be false or any one of the input can be true, right? For example, if the both inputs are true, if I am applying the AND operator on these two inputs, then you will be getting the corresponding output is true only. Okay, if any one of the input is a false, then resultant output is the false. Okay, so it may be first input is the true, or second input may be false. That situation, the resultant can be false, or else first input can be the false, or else second input can be the true, or else both inputs can be false, right? Okay, so here the truth table of the AND operator is the truth table of the AND operator is, okay, what it is. If and only if the both inputs are true, then only the output is true. Otherwise, it can be false. Is it correct or not? This universal, it's a truth. It's universally true actually. So that we have to follow this kind of rule only. Okay, there is no specific limitation. So why you are getting this thing? Okay, so logical gates which is providing this kind of results only. So one more time, I would like to tell you one this same thing, logical AND operator. So which requires the two inputs. If the both inputs are true, then the corresponding output is true. Otherwise, it can be returns the a false. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
To work with AND operator, we can use the AND keyword, right? So for example, we can use the true. We can use the AND keyword and true, right? So we can copy and paste 4 times. We just modify the my first input is the false, maybe my second input is the false, or else my both inputs are false. Tell me what is the results here based on the truth table. The first could be the true, rest of the three are the false, right? So this is the truth table. Okay, this is the truth table of the logical AND operator. If you want to note it, we can note it actually. So or else you can take the screenshot. Once my session is done, we can execute in your laptop. It's up to you which one you want it. Okay, so see, you are directly applying the boolean data, so that you might be getting the boolean data only. Okay, but you know what, in Python programming language, so there are different kind of data types are there. It may be integers, it may be float, it may be complex, it may be a string, it may be tuple, it may be list, where there are 10 data types are there, right? So if I am applying that specific data type for AND operator, then what kind of output you might be getting? Let me check now. See, you have to think integer. For example, if my input is integer, so 0 indicating that it's a false. 0 indicating that it's a false. Other than 0, anything can be it's a true only. I'm just giving only false cases. Rest of the things will be it's a true cases only. For example, if I'm considering the float data, then 0.0 indicating that it's a false. Okay, other than 0.0, if you have any kind of data, it can be true only. It may be negative, it may be positive, whatever it is. And let me consider the complex. What is mean that complex? Complex means combination of the real and imaginary number, right? So for example, real also 0, and so imaginary number also can be the 0. That situation only, the resultant can be written as the false. I'm just knowing you, I just explain you, okay, what are the booleans output for each and every data type. For that one, I can give you some examples as well. Okay, I'm just explaining now. So after that one, I can give some examples. Let me consider I have the none. Okay, if my input is the none data type, then default it can be the false only. Okay, and for example, if it is a string it is having only zero number of characters, zero number of characters. Okay, zero number of characters, then it can be false. Other than the, if we have at least one character, it can be the true only. If I'm considering the list, the empty list, it can be considering as the false. If my data type is a tuple, so if empty tuple is the false, empty tuple, empty list, empty string, empty set, or empty dictionary, is it clear my point? Empty set or empty dictionary. Okay, empty dictionary, so these are all false only. Empty set or empty dictionary, these are all false cases. Okay, So try to understand. Here we have a data type or data type conversion function, which is the bool function. So with help of the bool function, we will know it actually. Okay. For example, I would like to print the bool of 0. Okay. Other than 0, anything, it can be the true only. Okay. Bool of 0, 0, it is default the Python, or it can be understanding it's a false. Okay. So you can use the bool function and we can apply the different data types at what situations can be true and what situation it can be false. Let's look now. So for example, if I'm applying the float, then it's a false, and empty, I mean 0 0.0. For example, if I'm applying the complex number, I want to be converting into the Boolean data. If it is the real and imaginary number, both are 0, then it was a false. For example, if I would like to go for converting the none data type, so I just want to convert the none data type into the Boolean, then it could be what? False or not? So like this, we can go for the string. So you can convert the empty string. It's not, it doesn't have any character, okay, including space. If you don't have any characters, then it could be the false. And so if you don't have any elements in a list, then it can be false. If you don't have any kind of elements in a tuple, then it could be a false. Okay. And you can try to convert the set, empty set, and you can try to convert the dictionary, empty dictionary. So these are all false cases only. Just try to observe here. So I just mentioned here totally 9 data types: string, integer, float, complex, none, string, list, tuple, set, and a dictionary. So these 9 data types, in this particular situation only, it can be the false. Rest of the situation, it can be the true only. Other than these 9 situations, if we have any kind of data, then it could be the true only. Is it clear, my point? So why I explaining this thing? Because of the AND operator, OR operator, and NOT operator, which is working on the based on the Boolean data only. Okay, but here we have 9 different data types are there. So how the Python is considering? So each and every data type, it can be considering as the false when this particular situation. Okay, when the data is in this particular situation. Is there any question? Sunny?
No. No answer.
Okay, so let's try different data types on AND operator. Let me try what is the result we are getting. So for example, my first input is, for example, integer 67. My second input is, for example, 78.45. Okay, my first input is, for example, empty list, and my second input is, for example, the list, it is having some elements. And for example, I have the, okay, so the list which is having the 4,5 or else 4,7 some elements, and my second input is having some data which can be the tuple, empty tuple. Okay, and for example, you have some data and it was a set. So I have some elements in a set, and so I have some elements in a dictionary as well. Okay, try to observe here. So we are getting the different outputs. It is not a true or it is not false. What I said previously, if both inputs are true, then output is true, right? But we are not getting the true and the false actually as the results. We are getting some results from these particular inputs only. Is it clear or not? From my explanation of AND operator or AND operation, so you might be getting the true and false only. So based upon this particular truth table. But if I'm applying this particular data type, I'm getting this particular result. If I'm not applying this kind of Boolean data, if I am applying this particular 9 data types, then we are getting the different outputs from this particular inputs only. Is it clear or not? But how? Why? That's my question now. Can anyone can anyone answer this particular question? Why my first query is giving the 78.45, and why which is giving the empty list, and why we are getting the empty parenthesis, and why we are getting the dictionary of 45 and 56?
In first one, 2 inputs are true.
Okay.
It will take second input,
Okay.
and second one is first one is false and next true. Then it take false case,
Okay.
and third one also same. the first one is true and second one was false, then it will take false case.
Yeah, you will apply some. Yes, absolutely correct. Your way of thinking is little correct only. I just want to clear in a better way. Okay. So here we have two inputs, right? Input 1 and input 2. Is it clear or not? So guys, please mute your systems. Okay. So let me try here. See, this is my first input and this is my first input. This is my first input. That means for under operation or under keyword, the left side data, we can call it's a first input. You can consider the left side data of the under operation. It could be the input 1. Okay. So here the under operation, which is working on the based on the input 1 only, whether input 2 is the true or false, it doesn't matter. Okay. So it's all about which is strictly checking the input 1 only. Input 1 is the true case. True case, I'm not saying that's true, it's a true case. If input 1 is the true case, then result is second input. Okay, otherwise, okay, or else you know what, if input 1 is the false case, input 1 is the false case, then result is what? The result is input 1.
Input 1.
Okay, yes, input 1. Now, is it condition is satisfying or not? You just try it actually. Okay, so who will go for answer this particular question? So here 67, right? So I already told you if it is integer data, 0 means false. If any data other than 0, it could be the true, right? So 67, is it true or false? Sunny, tell me, 67 is it true or false?
True.
Yes, 67 is the true case. If my first input is the true case, then what could be the result?
Input 2.
So what is the input to here?
78.45.
So that we are getting the 78.45, right? So let me go for second example, empty list. Empty list means true or false.
False.
If first input is the false case, then what could be the result?
Input 1.
So what is input 1? Empty list only, right? So that we are getting the empty list. And go for third one. So my first input is a list of 4,7. So here the list which is having the more than 0 elements. So which means my first input is true or false?
True.
True case. If my first input is true case, then whatever we have in a second input, that we are getting as a result. So in my second input, we have the parenthesis, so that we are getting the parenthesis as a result. Okay. When it comes to this one, it's a set, the set which is having the two elements. So here the length is not 0, so which is having some element. If my first input is the true case, whatever the data we have in the second input, that we are getting as a result. So that we are getting the dictionary of 40, 45 and 56. Clear my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So can you please note this example? And one more thing. So basically under operator, mainly it can help you to check the both conditions are true or false, or both conditions are satisfying or not. To check both conditions. To check the both conditions. If any one is false, automatically the resultant is false. Result is false. You just remember this point actually. It will checking the both condition. Left side you can write the one condition, right side also we can write one condition. So first it will give the left side, it will give the high priority for the left side one. If the left side one is a false, then automatically the result will be the false. It never go for checking the second condition. Okay. If my first condition is true, then only it will be go for checking the second condition. Okay. If you want to check the second condition, first of all, first condition you have to be true actually. So that is the logic behind the AND operation. So just note this example. I just give the 1 minute of time. Done? I'm waiting for your confirmation. Once it is done, please let me know. At least you can use your chats. Vamsi, are you following my points?
Yes.
Sumit, Ganesh.
Yes, Anjan.
Okay. Now let's try for the AND OR operation. So if it is OR operation, we can use the OR keyword, but it's a quite opposite for the AND operation actually. If input 1 is the true case, then result will be input 1 only. If input 1 is the false case, then only output will be the input 2. So it's a reverse of the AND operation. Okay. To check true true condition. To check the true condition. To check at least one true condition. At least one true condition. Okay, so basically our operator, what it is doing, which is try to go for, it is try to go for at least one condition is the true or false. Okay, at least one condition it has to be true, then output automatically it can be the true only. Okay, so let me go for the, you just apply the OR for each and every example. So here we have an OR, and try to tell me what could be the result of it. So yes, so here the first input is 67 or not? So 100% it was true only. If my first input is the true, then what could be the result? So this situation we are getting the 67 is the result. And so here input 1 is the false case. Second example, input 1 is the false case. Whatever the result we have in a second input, then that could be as a result. So in this situation, this is the result. And coming to here, it is the list which is having some elements. So this is true, so that you will be getting the list of 4 7 as the result. And coming to the fourth one, set of 3 4 is the result, because of my first input is true case. Clear? Is there any question, guys? Is there any question?
No.
No. Now let's go for understanding the logical not operator. Logical not operator. For logical not operator, we can use the not keyword, and especially which is working on only on unary input. So which means we have to go for apply only one input. So here, if your input is false case, then what could be the result? The result is true. If input is true case, then what could be the result? It's quite opposite for that one. No, so it's just giving a result negation of that one. If input 1 is the, if input is the true case, then result will be false case, false. So here the result is either true or false, you might be getting as a boolean data only. You can apply any kind of data, the resultant can be, it's a boolean data only. So Jai, Jai, you late, I think, right? So 10 minutes of time is there for finishing this particular class. Hopefully I was not purchased the till now. Okay, I'm waiting for no, so credit card activation, so it was taking some time. Sorry for inconvenience.
Okay, yeah, no worries. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go for understanding the not operator. So print of not of 67. 67 is the true case or false case? 67 is the true case, right? If input is the true case, then automatically the result can be the false or not. So that we are getting here the false. You can apply, go for any kind of empty list or whatever it is. Empty list means it's a false. If input is the false, then output is what? It's a true. So this is the true or false you might be getting when you are applying the logical not operator. Basically, this logical operators we can able to go for apply in a different kind of conditional statements. Just go for do a small example. Write a program. Write a program. Given number is divisible with both 3 and 5. So you have to go for checking one particular number whether it is divisible with 3 and 5. That's my condition. See, here we should have a number, right? The number, it can be just go for apply the AND operation here, because of you have to go for checking both is divisible or not. So I have a number is n, which is 35. Let me go for apply the condition. So this is the n. If it is divisible with 3, how can you know that whether it is a divisible? When the remainder is a 0, right? So this is my first condition. So if that number, if it is divisible with a 3, then it can be returns the 0. So 0 equal to 0, it could be the true, right? Okay. And so I have to check with the same n whether it is divisible with 5 or not, 5 or not. So you have to go for check 5 as well. So here the n, it must be divisible with 3 and 5, then only it can be returns the true. Otherwise it can be returns the false. So here n is the 35, which is just divisible with 5 only, not with 3. So first it will be go for checking this condition, n percentile of 5. N percentile of 5 means what? Sorry, n percentile of 3 means what? So the remainder we are getting 35 by 3. The remainder is how much? 2. Remainder is 2. 2 equal to 0. 100% the condition is false. If the first condition is false, automatically the resultant can be written as the false only. Okay, so that we are getting here, it is not checking even second condition. Okay, for example, my n is for example 15. If n is 15, then what could be the result for the same thing?
True.
Yes, first thing will be the false, but second one is returns the true. The reason is that 15, which is divisible with 3 as well as 5, both it was divisible, so that the resultant can be the true only. Okay, when you want to check the two situations, when you want to check the two conditions, if and only if the two conditions are satisfied, then only if you want to go for do some specific kind of specific kind of task, that particular condition if you want to be generated, then we can use the AND keyword. Okay, for the same thing we have to go for at least one. Write a program, give a number is divisible with at least 1, at least 3 or 5. Okay, whether 3 or 5, you have to go for checking that particular number whether it is divisible with 3 or 5. Okay, at least one, either 3 either 5. So here 35, which is not divisible with 3 but it is divisible with 5, right? So that it was returns the true. But when comes to the 15, at least one, right? So first condition only satisfied. 15 is divisible with 3, so that automatically it can be returns the true. For example, I have a data is 14. 14 is not divisible with 3 as well as 5, so that it was returns the false. Clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just note these two examples, because one is the both, second one is the at least. So you just try to observe the meaning of that and which situation we should use the and which situation we should use the or. You just try to observe from these two questions. Okay. Okay, same program. Write a program. Given number is not divisible with either. Okay, it's not divisible with both. So one particular number, it doesn't divisible with both 3 and 5. Okay, so usually for the same thing we can use the not keyword for everything, but you know I don't want to do this thing. Simply I can use the not keyword. What happened we'll see now. So for entire thing we can apply the not. Okay, at least, it's not even at least, both. Okay, so here 35, which is divisible with So first one is returns true, right? Okay, because of not divisible with both. Okay, so this is not correct. Okay, so here we should use the not keyword. Sorry, not operator. Relational not we can use it, but I think relational operator we are not yet done, right? So this is a not operation. Okay, relational not operator. So when you are division with the 3, so if the remainder is not equal to 0, that means n is not divisible with the 3. Meanwhile, 5 also. Okay. See here both was written as the false only. And or okay, just try to do different scenarios, different situations. Okay, yeah, so this is about logical not operators, guys. Any questions? So as of now we were done the arithmetic operators and assignment operators and logical operators. Okay, so tomorrow session we'll talk about the relational operators and special operators, and if the time consists then we'll talk about the bitwise operators also. Okay, clear? Any questions? Any questions?
No.
No, sir.
Okay, yeah, so guys please check your recordings and go through that my previous recordings and again so just practice in a daily man. So let's meet tomorrow for understanding of relational operators and special operators and as well as bitwise operators. Okay, see you guys, bye, take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Guys, I couldn't buy the Zoom as of now. Okay, so most probably today night or tomorrow morning I would like to go for buy it. Okay, yep, take care, see you.
Yeah. Bye.